It's meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen here with the 9 News Weather Impact Team with a look at your forecast. We're going to be warming things up pretty significantly here for Monday, and we'll get off to a warm start, and that's a good launching pad here for those 70-degree highs once we start out just slightly below 40 degrees here in the Denver metro area. A lot of the area here on the eastern half of the state will start out relatively mild, getting up there into the 70s. We should at least briefly break into the 70s here for an hour or so here in the afternoon tomorrow. There will be a slight cold front coming in the evening that could help moderate these temperatures a little bit and also moderate the temperatures on Tuesday, and then we'll be into the warm stuff. You can see on satellite here the high pressure building out here. That's this clockwise circulation. We're catching the top of the jet stream here, so that's going to do two things here for us on Monday. It's going to keep us pretty windy here on the eastern half of the state, and it's also going to add a little humidity to the air, so that'll reduce fire danger and then give us a chance to see a few snow flurries up on some of the high mountain passes. As far as that fire danger goes, the fire weather warnings in Nebraska will expire, and I think we'll be left with no fire weather warnings for Monday, although the winds will be an issue here for us. And we'll see those early in the morning here on Monday. We'll see those wind gusts in the 50 to 60, maybe some 70-mile-per-hour gusts here in the foothills, gradually start to creep in on the west side of the city, and then once we get to about 10 a.m., those winds are going to spread out across the Front Range and the eastern plains. Pretty significant here in the 20 to 35 mile per hour range, kind of what we saw a little bit on Saturday. Maybe not quite as strong, but pretty close here, and that'll last all through the day on Monday and then start to lighten up as we get late into Monday, and that's going to leave us with some pretty nice days. Here's the weather pattern here, looking at it on the computer model, and we see this ridge of high pressure pretty strong for the month of March here, and that's going to bring in some record heat potential. Now, you look back through the analog years to see, what other years has something like this happened early, and 2017 and 2012 come up in those analogs. So it's a little concerning to see this. This is going to feel great, but it's a little concerning to see this early. The concern there would be for early snowmelt and drying conditions in between 7,000 and 9,000 feet. It's not just this, but it's also the long-term pattern where we see warm and dry conditions continuing. Here you see the record high temperature on Wednesday is 84. That just happens to be the warmest high temperature ever recorded in the month of March in Denver. So that one will probably be out of reach, but it's only 78 degrees, the record on Thursday. I think we will break that. I think we'll get our first 80-degree temperature of the year. And then 83 is the second warmest March temperature ever recorded. So those two warm days won't be records, but they'll be very warm. And then we'll have a storm system coming in next weekend. It looks like we could get some widespread light rain possible here across the Front Range. So we'll keep an eye on that as that forecast develops through the week. But for now, that's your forecast. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a real nice day.